Hey everyone, and welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're unpacking a truly massive paradigm shift in post-stroke care. We're talking about the post-stroke nocturia crisis. Really, it's the ultimate battle of the brain versus the bladder, and what we're going to cover is absolutely crucial.
Okay, picture this. The digital clock next to the bed reads 2:14 a.m. It's pitch black. A stroke survivor who is frail, exhausted, and whose body is still reeling from some serious neurological trauma swings their legs out of bed. And here's the thing. This isn't a one-off. This is their fourth time waking up tonight. They're dizzy, they're half asleep, the floor is cold, and they are about to attempt something incredibly dangerous just to use the restroom.
Because honestly, what they're facing is basically a 30-foot obstacle course to the bathroom. In the dark, that unnervingly long hallway is just filled with deep, moody shadows. A discarded rug here, maybe a low coffee table over there. For someone with unsteady legs, compromised balance, and a healing brain, that dark, unsteady walk is the single most dangerous trip they'll make all year. The massive fall risk here literally cannot be overstated. One slip doesn't just mean a bruised hip, you know? It means a shattered pelvis. It means losing their hard-fought independence permanently. Okay, let's dive into this, because this is where the entire medical perspective needs to completely flip on its head. What if the bladder isn't the problem at all? If we don't intercept the specific signal that's forcing this patient out of bed and into that dark hallway, a catastrophic fall isn't just a possibility, it's an absolute inevitability. And the hard clinical truth here, treating their bladder is the absolute worst way to fix it. It is a total dead end.
Let's look at what the research actually reveals when we compare the standard medical view against the neurological reality. When a stroke hits the brain, it's a lot like a vital wire snapping in a super complex electrical circuit board. It completely scrambles the body's internal fluid circulation. The brain literally forgets how to turn off urine production at night. It locks the kidneys into a state of absolute overdrive. So think of it using this analogy. The bladder isn't the problem. The bladder is just a bucket reacting to a completely broken faucet. And that broken faucet is the damaged brain-to-kidney connection that's continuously pouring out fluid.
And reviewing the standard medication failures brilliantly illustrates the exact flaw in our current approach. Standard medicine is totally blind to the broken faucet. Instead, we get caught in this dangerous treatment trap where we blindly throw bladder-relaxing pills at a brain problem. Think about the impact of that for a second. We're prescribing heavy, aggressive drugs that clash violently with the life-saving medications the survivor's already taking for their stroke. It's highly toxic, it's utterly exhausting for their fragile system, and worst of all, it's completely ineffective because, well, it's treating the wrong organ entirely.
Now, what's really interesting is how we can bypass that trap, and it all comes down to the afferent neural signal. This is a nerve impulse triggered right in the dense matrix of somatosensory nerves in our skin. By introducing highly concentrated botanical compounds externally, we can trigger this specific signal. It travels straight up the spinal cord, effectively overriding the brainstem's glitching, faulty commands to the kidneys. We are literally fixing the broken circuit without forcing the patient to swallow yet another toxic pill.
This whole concept builds into an actionable, non-invasive protocol. The mechanism of action happens in 3 really simple steps. Step 1, you apply a specialized botanical pouch externally to the lumbar region, so the lower back. Step 2, this instantly triggers specific neurovascular meridian points. And step 3, it stabilizes the systemic fluid circulation entirely from the outside. I want you to actually visualize this. Sleek, glowing neurological pathways lighting up from the lower back, traveling straight up the spine to the brain, and restoring perfectly balanced fluid circulation. So what does this all mean for patient safety? It's a real game changer. No oral pills are required. It bypasses liver toxicity entirely. There are absolutely 0 conflicts with their current stroke medications, and it operates completely externally via the skin. This kidney vitality protocol strongly and deliberately avoids the heavy, aggressive drug clashes that make standard treatment so unbelievably perilous. It solves a neurological problem through an external, targeted botanical approach. And the result of that external approach, it brings us to a much more beautiful number, 7 a.m. Imagine the tonal shift in that household. The morning light is soft, bright, and hopeful. The senior patient is fast asleep, resting deeply so they can actually heal their brain. And the absolute best detail in the room? The bedside cane hasn't moved an inch all night. The sheer terror of that 2:14 a.m. obstacle course is just gone. Because, the true human impact of this medical breakthrough really comes down to this core idea. We aren't just cutting down bathroom trips. We're rebuilding their safety net. We're stopping falls before they happen. We're giving them their dignity back. That is the ultimate goal here. When we combine smart neuroscience with precise, non-invasive botanicals, we aren't just managing a pesky symptom. We are acting with deep empathy to protect their independence and restore their quality of life.
Which leaves us with this final, absolutely vital question. Are you ready to see the clinical case series and stop the cycle of failed treatments? If you're managing post-stroke care, if you're a clinician, or honestly, if you're a family caregiver watching your loved one walk that dangerous hallway every single night, you need to see this data. Click the link to our clinical resource portal. Read the clinical case series on the kidney vitality protocol for yourself. It is time to stop treating the bucket and start fixing the faucet. Thank you so much for learning with me today on this explainer, and I will see you next time.